What is up, Bikes and Bass Army? It's your boy Jay back at it again with another video, and I got 4 things that you can do to help me out. Like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and leave a comment, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, so now that I have you guys here, we can sit and chat for a second. I'm gonna hop off the bike, just have a quick talking session. So, Bikes and Bass Army, if you know me, you know that Thunder is my pride and joy. I worked my behind off to get this bike, had a lot of experiences with this bike, a lot of memories so far. And I've been riding collective time less than a year. Now, jumping on that point, doing this ride, I actually was gonna do. I hope I did not just pull my mic out of my phone. I didn't do that, thankfully. Almost did, but what was I about to say? I was about to make a point. Oh, so I was about to do this ride and do this vlog about a week. Yeah, about a week ago. Because it was the same day I got the bad gas. Where I was gonna go up the highway and pretty much show how this bike performs. If I notice any faults, if I have anything bad to say about it, and I was gonna do that vlog. However, I had already gone down Center City, Kelly Drive, Lincoln Drive, and pretty much ran down my camera's battery. So I didn't have a choice but to not record when I went to Montgomeryville Cycle Center, which, you know, it sucks, but you know, it's a GoPro session and it doesn't come with the extra batteries and stuff. So pretty much I have to invest my some money into getting some battery packs and stuff like that, so that I no longer had that issue. But when I did come up here, on the ride up, it wasn't really a problem. I did have one instance where it started to lose a bit of power, but you know, it was my first time really fully opening the bike up, just to see what it could do. So I figured, you know, it's not used to this, maybe that's what the issue is. But I had the issue one time, it lasted about 5 seconds, and I didn't have it again. Now, on that note, the entire ride there was fine. After that, I did not come across any issues, no losses of power, none of that happened, and everything was cool for me. So I decided, you know, hey, they didn't have what I needed there, so I'll just order it from Philly Cycle, which I'm gonna make a vlog on when I do that. So they didn't have it, so I was like, all right, you know, I'm gonna order it from Philly Cycle. And then, you know, I got my stuff together and started to go home. Everything was cool on the ride home. Was finding myself okay. Got on 309 and everything was good, everything was cool. Up until I got to the Turnpike Bridge, where you go under the Turnpike on 309, the bike started to lose some power. Now, you would think, you know, just make your way to the shoulder and everything will be fine, everything will be good. Okay, I got sidetracked. This plaza looks way different. There used to be a Chuck E. Cheese here I used to go to as a kid.
Shut the f up, no one cares.
Not here anymore. Been a while since I've been in here. But But going under the bridge, the bike started to lose power, and there is and I might put it on screen, I might not. There is an on-ramp that's right underneath of where I'm talking about, that is between me and the shoulder. Now, that's not a problem if there's no traffic coming. However, there was traffic coming. So I had to shoot a gap with the bike that was completely losing power, and that's extremely hazardous. So I pretty much just slowed it down to almost a crawl, waited until there was no cars coming, and then just made my way over there as fast as I could. Like I said, the bike was losing power. I couldn't get the thing to move, couldn't go past a quarter throttle without it losing power. So I get over there on the shoulder, I stop, and I'm trying to see, okay, maybe let me see if I'm getting that problem when I rev. So I rev the bike. It's fine on the rev. It doesn't act weird, doesn't sound weird. It's fine revving. So I go, okay, it was just a fluke. It happened to me on the way up here. So maybe it's just from me pushing it again. So maybe she got a little warm or whatever. Maybe she got a little hot, and I got off of it. So what I decided to do was see if I could get her back up to speed, because that's what any logical person would do in that situation, if they're trying to get home, and maybe diagnose the issue there if it's not too serious. After all, the bike is still running. It didn't lock up. It's not making any strange noises. So just get her home, figure out what the problem is there. It's not that much farther to go. So put her in gear and rev it up, start to release the clutch, and the bike starts popping. And I'm going, oh, oh, I'm gonna have to censor that. But you guys know it's an old moment. So basically, I'm not sure what she's doing, but just don't hit me and my bike. I'd appreciate that, thank you. Okay, so I'm going, okay, obviously I have to get this bike home now. That's my number one mission, because I gotta see what the problem is, and diagnosing that stuff on the side of the highway is not on my list of things to do right now. So I'm like, okay, let's see how fast we can get the bike to go. So I roll it on like a quarter throttle, and I'm crawling. It's accelerating, it's popping, it's snapping and popping from the exhaust, but it's moving. Got it up to, I think the fastest I got it up to was 30 to 35, and if I rolled on even a hair more throttle, it would slow back down again, and then I'd be back in the same boat. So pretty much I was just cruising on the side of the highway. I got the one point where I couldn't get it to do 35 anymore. It would only do like 30. So I'm on the side of the highway on the shoulder doing 30 miles an hour with cars coming at my back. Now I'm watching that mirror like crazy, because that's very concerning. It's a very hazardous situation to be in, and a very sucky situation to put yourself in. So I passed a few exits. Now if you know 309, then from the turnpike, from the turnpike bridge to the end of 309, going normal speed, it'll probably take you 5 to 8 minutes, going normal speed. And that's normal speed, not 25, 30 miles an hour. So there's that. Now I didn't end up making it all the way to the end. There is the Flowertown exit where I contemplated getting off, but I don't know the roads too well out in Flowertown. So I said, okay, I'll go to the next exit, which the name of the exit is slipping me right now, but I'll probably put that up on the screen in the video as well. But it was the next exit after Flowertown where I got off, and took that street over to the end of Cheltenham Avenue, and then rode the bike home via Cheltenham Avenue because I couldn't get it up to speed that well. And that entire ride sucked because not only was I late getting home, but you know, I didn't know what was wrong with my bike, and I was super concerned about that. You know, it's my main source of transportation at this moment because my car actually needs work, which I never did a proper release on the car. I'll do a proper release on the car, show you guys what's going on with it. Okay. And what I'm doing to fix it at the moment. But you know, this bike is my main source of transportation. My job is up in this area, and I need a way to get up here every day. And Ubers are like $30 to go short distances nowadays. So I can't imagine, you know, how much it would cost to take an Uber up 309 every morning, especially in the wee early hours of the morning. But you know, at the moment that's not my concern because, like I said, I got my bike back. So I got the bike home, and you know, in the back of my mind, the entire situation didn't seem huge for the simple fact that my dad's bike had the same issue. And what happened was he had put bad gas in it. Now, of course, I didn't think, oh, you know, it might be bad gas at the time. I was just thinking, hey, you know, there's something wrong with my bike, and this is a sucky feeling. I don't like how it feels. So I got home, talked to my dad a bit, and he was just basically like, oh, you know, the bike's probably fine, probably just put some bad gas in it or something. So, you know, explaining the situation to my sister later, because of course I needed her to drive me to my job interview. She just basically said, oh, where'd you get the gas from? And then I told her this, Sunoco on Easton Road, right next to the post office. And she's like, oh, well, you know, I know some people that have gotten gas there and actually messed their cars up because it was diluted. And you know, I went, oh, well, that explains a lot. And from that moment on, you know, it was pretty solidified with me, and I didn't feel, you know, it's a scary feeling not knowing what exactly is wrong with your bike. Okay, especially when it's this age and you want to keep it fresh, you want to keep it clean, you want to keep it good. Like, for example, I just passed 12,000 miles. I bought this bike at 11,000 miles. It was 11,000 and some change. So I'll do the math later, but I just broke 12,000 miles with my bike last weekend. And this is a 30-year-old bike, 1993 Honda Nighthawk 250. Clean as ever, mostly because it didn't end up being a MSF course bike, which, you know, they get dropped all the time and stuff like that. And when I send people pictures of this bike, they're like, that's a 93? And I'm like, yeah, I like to keep her clean. I love my bike, you know, and stuff like that really gets under my skin, you know, like bad gas. I mean, I seem like a big issue, but you know, that kind of hurt, took it to the chest. So after I found out that, you know, it was just diluted gas, I was like, okay, well, now I gotta find a way to get it out the bike. Now my dad had explained the process to me at one point, and he basically said, you know, if you could drain it from the petcock and all that, if you can disconnect the fuel line from the carb and drain it from there, you'll be good. And of course, I wasn't standing next to the bike when he said it, so, you know, visually I wasn't all there, especially since, you know, I was still stressed about, you know, there's something wrong with my bike, possibly. So you know, after sending the message to the Philly Riders Discord about how, you know, I received bad gas at this station and so, the situation was explained to me by a close friend of mine who also rides. He just basically said, you know, he sent me a video, and it just basically showed, you know, you can drain the fuel directly from the petcock. So what I ended up doing was like 4 days later, I ended up going to Lowe's and picking up some rubber tubing and a 5-gallon gas can, and because this is a 4-gallon tank, and a 5-gallon gas can, and pretty much took this clamp, pulled the clamp down the hose, pulled the hose off. Well, you turn it off first. You turn the gas off, okay? So you're gonna have gas all over the place if you don't do that. But turn the gas off, pulled the hose off, and connected the tubing, which conveniently was the exact same size as this, so it fits snugly, and drained it, you know, directly into the gas can. I'll input the picture right here, and drained pretty much most of the gas out. I left some gas in it so that I could get to the gas station and refill it with some fresh gas, and that's what I did. Took it to the gas station, refilled it with some fresh gas. It still ran odd after that, but you know, after riding it for about 10 minutes, all the bad gas got out of the system. And I got a text from my close friend. I'll put a name on him now, D-Ron. And he sent me a link to Advanced Auto Parts website to pick up some fuel injector and carb cleaner to put in the tank, so the bike can, you know, be fresh again. You know, because you never know what that did to your engine. You know, it's watered down gas. It's not healthy. So that's what I actually just came from picking that up, and was like, you know, I might as well do a video, because after I dropped this hour-long video that should have dropped by now, okay, I'm gonna put this video out after the hour-long video premieres. So this will pretty much be a little touch-up, little aftertaste to what was going on. And yeah, like I said, I'm feeling better now that I got my bike back. And everything's fine again. So I'm gonna get headed back home side. I'm gonna try to be in by 6 o'clock, and I'll go somewhere and take some pictures or something. We'll take pictures in this lot, but you know, it's not much out here to see. Want it to be a good background, or you know, a clean picture or something like that. So without further ado, let's get back on the road here.